Hey, good morning, everybody. Hope everybody's having a great day. I gotta stop saying good morning because sometimes these videos go up a little late. But hey, man, there's some pretty big news on the crypto sphere. There's some pretty big HOGE news I want to share with you guys, right? So let's talk about Bitcoin, okay? As you guys know, there was a monster sell-off, right? Bitcoin went to about $46,000, right? That was low, and I believe that that was pretty much because of the Biden administration saying they're going to raise capital gains taxes and they're going to raise taxes across the board. States saying, like California, saying they're going to implement a billionaires tax, and all these things will stifle growth. And we see that in what happened to the crypto market, man. There was just big sell-offs. And looking at Bitcoin in particular, what was it? $270 billion of Bitcoin left the market. Now, a lot of this money was from investors that were new. They're probably stock investors, and they, the volatility of these of crypto. It's hard for them to stomach it because they're not used to it. And then with the tax increase announcements, they got scared and they pulled out. So that 280 billion that left the crypto or left the Bitcoin sphere, it brought the price way down, right? But now Congress said today that they're going to fight these tax increases, and they're going to try to put a 28% cap on it. So where it was going to be something like 36%, they want to put a 28% cap on capital gains. And that, I think, reassured a lot of people, and they got back into crypto, and they're more willing to gamble or to invest in these more high-risk investments, like certain forms of cryptocurrency, right? Now, as you guys might have heard, that in April, the top volume of crypto was 1.4 trillion dollars. I mean, that's huge, guys. That's a huge amount of money. The previous record was set in February, right? But with this massive sell-off and all these people rebuying because of the announcement of Congress saying they're going to try to cap the tax increases, I mean, listen, a lot of money came flooding back in, and that pushed these prices way back up. We haven't hit pre-sell-off prices, but we're getting there, and we're getting there very fast, right? I want to talk about DAOs, decentralized autonomous organizations, right? In Wyoming, DAOs basically are going to be, you can make a DAO and LLC now, right? That's huge. That's huge news, guys. Because your DAO, I know there's been issues in the past, right? But with this new legislation, it's going to basically be a link between a DAO and government. If you could register your DAO as an LLC, it's going to be it's going to be a clear link, right, from how making your DAO an actual business. Now, if you look at existing business models, DAO is new. It's a new unconventional business model, right? And the government was very wary of how to approach these things. And anything the government does, it affects the price of everything. But just with Wyoming passing this legislature to make DAOs and to be able to register a DAO as an LLC, this is big, guys. Because other states might follow their lead, and before you know it, it'll happen on a federal level, and that's just going to give cryptocurrency just more stability. It's gonna show people that crypto's around, it's here to stay. I know there's certain politicians in certain countries that are trying to ban crypto because they're not getting their percentage. You know, they're not getting their money. And I wonder why that's not happening more in the United States. I think it might be because the Fed has infiltrated Bitcoin already. There might be certain higher ups that are involved in the Fed or were involved in the Fed that are now involved in Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies. I wouldn't even say most likely. It probably definitely is, because where there's huge sums of money, that's where these people go, like ants to a saltine cracker on the ground at a picnic. You know, that's what happens, man. That's where these money lenders like to go. You know, when's Bitcoin gonna hit 50,000? Go below 50,000 again? You know what I mean? But see that below 50,000, man. That seems to be the sweet spot for Bitcoin, man. If you buy it below 50,000, you're almost assured to make some gains. You know. But speaking of DAOs and the Wyoming legislation, you know that HOGE is working on our DAO, right? After the legal entity in France is established, and that's all done, and all the kinks are ironed out, and we have the DAO implemented, the community is going to be able to vote, and the community is going to have so much control over the direction of HOGE. And that's great. I mean, this is cutting edge stuff. You know, this is cutting edge DeFi stuff. And with the Certik audit being finished, that's just opening the door for tier 1 exchanges. That's opening for the door for big American exchanges. Now, the first American exchange, it might be coming within a month. A month, guys. Can you believe it? An American exchange within a month. But we can't rush into anything. We need slow, consistent, stable growth. That's what we want. Because that is going to encourage other investors to get into the crypto sphere. And if HOGE is on a big American exchange and it's stable and it's had steady growth, that's going to make people invest in HOGE, and that's going to push our price up. And that's what I want. That's what I want in the long run, you know. I love the fact that HOGE is a meme coin and it has such loyal followers, such a great community, and such loyal developers, right? You can go into the AMA, you can go on Telegram anytime, and you can talk to our developers, you can ask them questions, right? That openness of our developers, that reassures people. That reassures new investors. And if you can easily buy a HOGE on an American exchange, that's going to get people to buy. Because if they come into our Telegram and they realize how easy it is to talk to community members, if we welcome them in with open arms, if our developers will talk to them openly, that's amazing. That's going to make people come into our group. That's going to make people HOGLers. And it's great. I mean, that's what I want. That's what I wanted from the beginning, because HOGE is a coin that helps people. It helps animals. It helps better the world. And that's what we're looking for. You know, it's great, man. God bless. Stay green, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye-bye.